For some reason, I am really into baskets right now. I got a lot of cute baskets for my housewarming party, so I put them on my registry. My fault. I wanted the baskets, but now I have so many. And what do I do with all of them? I'm still finding ways to use them. But today, I wanted to go through my TBR cart and be honest with myself on the books that I am never going to get to and the books that I will read, because I don't like looking at this cart anymore. It is so full, front and back, side to side, and I just can't. I'm not going to read all of these books. I know I'm not, because the other day I went to my cart and I looked at my books. Didn't want to read any of them. Wanted to buy new books because they're just outdated, okay? My cart is just outdated. I used to buy so many books and just think I would read them, and now I've outgrown them. Not my taste, not what I want to read right now. So we got to go through it right now because I can't function on this Tuesday without going through these books first. So this basket I already have started to use for books that I've read. I'm calling it my red basket, and then when it's full, I'm gonna go ahead, or maybe at the end of the month, I'm gonna go ahead and like use it to shelve. Like this is a library or a bookstore or something, but to me in my head that's fun. So I want to do that. But this basket I'm going to use for the books that I want to get rid of. I'm going to probably take them to the book club I go to and see if anybody wants them. Like, hey, I haven't read these. If they're trash, I don't know. But if you want them, it's free. Here's this book. Also, I said before in my other video, if you haven't seen it on my comeback to YouTube, I want to incorporate more lifestyle things. So I wanted to give an update on how I'm feeling. So I am 22 weeks pregnant, and I feel so much better. I'm kind of out of breath just all the time, but I feel so much better. First trimester, I was so tired and sick. Second trimester was nauseous, but it got better. Now I have the energy. I just did not have the energy to function before without taking a nap every day. Now I can do stuff like this. So just an update. Very happy with the progress of not being that sick anymore. These top ones, I think I want, yeah, The Burning God. Gonna keep that because I want to finish the Poppy War series. Ray Bearer by Jordan Ifueko. Really wanted to read this, but I just really think I'm not going to read it anymore because I'm not really into YA anymore, and I believe this is a young adult, and I just haven't heard too much about it to where I'm like, I have to hold on to it and read it. So I think somebody else could enjoy it better. So I'm not even going to give myself the chance to do a maybe pile, because then I'm going to put like all the books there. Like, I need to be honest with myself. And if some of these are really good, tell me and I will dig it back out of this basket. But I have to let them go. I really do, for my mental state. So it's such a pretty book. Okay. She's going in there. This book, Priory of the Orange Tree. I'm gonna get to her. I don't care what it takes. I'm getting to this book. I want to. I feel it coming soon. I want to read a good fantasy. Keeping that one. Same with The Rune of Kings, Jen Lyons. This is a adult fantasy that I've been wanting to read, maybe like sci-fi. Keeping that. Little Thieves. I got this from Illumicrate whenever they sponsored me, or I was like one of their picks for like an influencer for a month, and I got the book, or 3 months, and I got the boxes, and they were so pretty. But I'm really just not going to read this. I know I'm not. Sprayed edges, gorgeous, but I'm not going to read it. Kingdom of Souls, Raina Barron. I have this one signed because I met her when I met another author. So I will keep this. It's signed, and I do want to read it. I am interested. The Chamber, this is an ARC. I'm going to read this because it sounds interesting. It's about like these people that are underwater in a submarine and stuck, and it sounds interesting. My best friend's Exorcism. I want to read this. I just bought this recently, and I'm gonna read it like in October, I think. This Book Won't Burn, Samira Ahmed. Gonna read this. They sent it to me. Thank you to the publisher. Sounds interesting. It's like right up my alley for something I want to read. It's like it's a young adult, but it has like substance. Twisted Games. I keep these romances on hand, okay? Like just the you know, the trashy romances. I keep them on hand because sometimes I need those. This is my friend's book. We're not gonna get rid of that. Britt Marie is here, Frederick Backman. Honestly, they sent me this, but I just don't think I'm gonna read it. It's going in there. I feel bad because I did say yes, I want it, but I don't think I'm gonna read it. Swordcatcher, Cassandra Clare. We don't talk about her, okay? I love Cassie Clare, y'all know that. I just haven't finished Swordcatcher. I will, just haven't. Time Traveler's Wife, getting rid of this. I saw one TikTok that made me want that book, and now I'm like, Andrea, like, it's not that serious. You didn't even need to go out and buy that. Name of the Star, Maureen Johnson. This is a young adult fantasy. I've only heard good things, but, and it's blurred by Cassie Clare. Okay, is that a sign? I think if I really want to read it, I'll just get it on my Kindle because I don't think I'm gonna actually get to it. Seven Husbands. Everybody's read this and everybody likes it, but I never read it. But do I want to? Everybody says it's really good, so I'm gonna keep it. Grave Mercy, Robin Lefevers. It's old. No, I'm gonna get rid of her. 40 Words for Love. This one looked really cute. It was an ARC. I never read it though, but this cover is gorgeous. I don't want to get rid of it. I want that. I don't want somebody else to have that. Ace of Shades. Really wanted to read this. Again, outdated, not timely. Probably wouldn't like enjoy it that much. Aristotle and Dante. Again, old, not gonna read it. Okay, I have to sit a little bit, guys. Pregnant, once again, can't kneel for that long. Very tired. Truly Devious. I don't think I'm gonna read that. I fell into the hype. I think I bought it, gave it away, bought it again, but I'm just not gonna read it. Final Offer by Lauren Asher. Again, another trashy romance that I keep on hand for those days that I just need it. 100,000 Kingdoms, N.K. Jemisin. I heard really good things, but when I read the 5th season, it wasn't my favorite, but I'm getting back into adult fantasy, so maybe I'll keep that. The Fiance Dilemma. Truly, honest and truly, I don't really like Elena Armez's books. Spanish Deception wasn't my favorite. Spanish Love Deception. So I'm gonna get rid of this arc, unfortunately. Fortunately for somebody else, unfortunately for me. Daughter of the Moon Goddess. I heard this is really good. I still want to read that. I still have interest in that. This really old library copy of Eye of the World by Robert Jordan. I got this at our library book sale for like $1. I'm gonna keep it because I think I want to read Robert Jordan. Neverwhere, Neil Gaiman. I heard some things about Neil Gaiman that have just kind of turned me off from reading him, so I'm not gonna read that one. And we're done with one shelf. Let's keep going. Blood of Elves, The Witcher. Not gonna read that. Why did I get that? I don't know. Hold on, I have to rearrange these also before I do anything else. Storm Dancer by J. Kristoff. I like J. Kristoff, so I will read that. Flying in the Deep. This is an ARC. I'm not gonna read that. It sounded good. Unfortunately, I'm just not gonna get to it. Dragon Republic. I said I need Poppy War. Will finish it. Started the Dragon Republic, and I need to go back and reread. A Little Life. I really wanted to read A Little Life, but I'm not in the state to read really, really sad things like what's in this book. So I'm gonna get rid of this book. I'm just not gonna go there. I'm not gonna be sad and read that. Like, I read sad stuff, but like that's taking it a step further. Zodiac Academy book 1. Tried it on Kindle, didn't like it. Not gonna read it. The Hobbit. I want to read that, so I'll keep it. I will read it one day. Skyward. First 2 books, Brandon Sanderson. No, first and third book. I do want to read those. Don't want to get rid of them and have to buy them again. Keep them. Kings of Wild, adult fantasy. I do want to get to. Wings of Ebony by JL. Okay. This one is signed and dedicated to me, but I read JL's newest book and it wasn't my favorite. So I don't think I'll be that interested in this series, unfortunately. I really wanted to like it, but I didn't. So I'm gonna get rid of it. Passenger and Wayfarer. These books are heavy. I love Alexandra Bracken, but I'm starting to think The Darkest Minds is just my favorite all time from her, and that I'm not gonna like anything else because Lore was okay, but I didn't really like Lore. And then the new one, it's like a King Arthur retelling. I forgot what it's called that came out. I haven't even picked up the sequel that just came out, so I don't think I'm gonna get to her backlist. And somebody else could like really love these, so I'm gonna give them to somebody. Marvelous Light, another gorgeous Illumicrate book, but I'm just not gonna read it because I had it forever and I just have it, and I know I'm not. All the Light We Cannot See, not gonna read that. I'm just not. Gerald's Game, I kind of want to read that by Stephen King. And our trick-or-treat-a-thon this year is Stephen King themed, like off of his books. That's how we made the prompts. So I think I'll read that. Carrie Soto is back. My friend bought me that, so I'm keeping it. Jade Fire Gold. I think this is a young adult fantasy I would like. Keep One for My Enemy of Me, I Love You Blake. I just DNF'd her other book, Alone with You in the Ether. But this one does look a lot more interesting, so I will buy it. I mean, I will buy it. I already bought it. I'll keep it. No. I haven't finished the Raven Boys, but I don't think I'm going to go that deep into the Raven Boys lore and read like the continuation. I'm just not. Now we're on the bottom. You can't even see, but we'll go through them quickly, and I'm going to sit down a little bit. Okay. There's a lot down here. Fury Born, not going to read that. Just old. Doll Bones by Holly Black. Do want to read that. It's even older than Fury Born, but I love Holly Black. The Deal by Elle Kennedy. Trashy Romance We Keep on Hand. Vampire Academy. Oldie, but I think a goodie. I want to keep it and read it. The Bear and the Nightingale. Yes, I just feel like I will like that at some point. Daughter of Smoke and Bone. This is one I bought, returned, bought so many times. Ow. I don't think I want to read this. Okay, so there's this girl that I know, my coworker's daughter. She reads and she loves fantasy, and I want to give like all my good fantasies. Like, I know that some of these are good, but I just like, I'm not going to get to it, and I want to give this one to her because it's brand new, beautiful copy, and I want people to love these books. It's just like, I'm not going to. Dance of Cloaks. This is an adult fantasy. I don't even think I heard about this. I think I just picked it up. It's published by Orbit, and I like Orbit's books and tour. I don't know. We'll keep. I like it. I like the cover. I like the vibes. We'll keep. Bunny. I actually read this and DNF'd. Soft DNF, but I'm not going to come back to it, so I guess we officially DNF. Morganville Vampires. No. I'm kind of over vampires. I'll keep Vampire Academy because it just seems a little bit more dramatic, but I'm kind of over vampires right now. White Rage. I haven't actually got to read this book about racial divides in America, so I want to keep that. I do want to read that. It's still interesting to me. Stardust Neil Gaiman. I actually started this and it really didn't like pique my interest, and like I said, I'm trying to get away from Neil Gaiman, so I think I'm gonna get rid of it. Like Happiness. Ursula Villarreal Mora is the author. This one just came out, but I'm not gonna get to it. It just doesn't seem that interesting to me. Publisher, again, sent it to me. Thank you, but I will not be getting to it, but I will give it to somebody that will read it. Handmaid's Tale. Yes, I want to read that eventually. Battle Royale. I think this is such a cool copy, and this book is just interesting to me, so I'm going to keep it. Jackpot. I love Nick Stone, one of her other books, but I am going to get rid of this one because I feel like the time has passed and somebody else could like that. These Hollow Vows. I, to be honest, really don't know if I'm going to read this. Oh my gosh, I'm finding all my bookmarks because I started these books and just like didn't finish them. But I really don't know if I should give this one to the person I'm telling you about because I feel like she'll like it, but I feel like I might like it too, so maybe I'll read it first and then give it to her. Beautiful Foolish Endeavor by Hank Green. I love Hank and John Green, but I'm gonna be honest, I don't think I'm gonna read that. I think I just bought it like impulsively and I'm not gonna really read it. What the River Knows. My friend got me this, so I'm gonna keep it. Sight Witch and Truth Witch by Susan Dennard. I really want to get into this series, and I think I'll like Susan Dennard, so I'm gonna keep these. Oh my god. Okay, now we have a mess. Let me show you. Here is the mess that we have created. Empty cart, happy me, but full basket. We're gonna have to find another basket for that. But that's gonna be it for this video. So I'll put my books I'm keeping back on my cart, and then it'll be so much more empty, and I'm gonna be so happy. Thanks for coming along to watch me get rid of my books.